Hi, I'm Jim Brown, Director ESP, and I'd like to thank you today for joining us to celebrate the conclusion of the Green Economy Fund project that's been running for 18 months with a number of colleges with the support of SP Energy Networks. This is really exciting times and challenging times. We have the climate emergency, we have the Climate Emergency Skills Action Plan in Scotland, we have the Scottish Government's ambitions for net zero, we have the Energy Efficient Scotland programme, which is looking to really significantly reduce the carbon emissions coming out of homes. We have the Competency Framework Skills Matrix that's been developed with industry, for industry, which really requires a huge amount of upskilling for industry now and in the future. And we need to make sure we have the future skills. We need to bring this into apprenticeships, we need to change behaviours, we need to introduce this to schools, we need to introduce this into full-time college courses as well as commercial courses. So the Green Economy Fund has really given an opportunity for colleges to position themselves to deliver that exact thing. Deliver these skills, the future skills, to meet industry's needs, to meet the climate emergency needs, and to secure Scotland's future. The initial ambition for the project was to establish 4 new micro-renewable energy efficiency training centres and enhance 2 existing centres. And the project was really successful in that it actually established 6 new centres, enhanced 2 centres, and set up a brand new diagnostic lab to support the higher end skills in this space. And additionally, it funded the establishment of 4 energy efficiency and insulation training centres across the colleges in Scotland, which is really fundamental because first and foremost we should be conserving energy before we actually look to introduce micro-renewable and other energy efficiency measures. The project has been fantastic in that not only has it established these centres, it's provided the funding to invest in the capital equipment that's required for colleges to ensure that they can deliver the future skills for industry. And it's also developed industry partnerships with colleges, which is really critical and a really key achievement to this project. The project will benefit, as I said earlier, the apprentices, the full-time students, the upskilling of the existing workforce, but also communities and schools. So a real key achievement for the project. Another key area for the project has been the range of technologies that have been installed in these training facilities. So across Scotland we've had a coordinated approach to ensure that we have all of the relevant technologies installed in a good geographic spread that minimises disruption for industry and travel costs and time away from work. And this has been a significant achievement. Whether it be ground source air source heat pumps, which are a real target for the Scottish Government and the Energy Saving Trust, through to solar PV, solar thermal, insulation, everything that's in there, through to the rainwater harvesting, etc. Really key that we have this broad range of skills and facilities available across Scotland. And the geographic spread's really key on this as well. From the borders up to central Scotland, we've had 9 colleges who've benefited from the Green Economy Fund. And without SP Energy Networks' support for this, we wouldn't have been in the place we are now. We're in a really strong position as a college network to address industry's skills needs now and in the future. This has also affected investment in the rest of the college sector. As I say, the Green Economy Fund has supported colleges across central and southern Scotland, but we cannot neglect the north of Scotland. And due to the Green Economy Fund and our work with Scottish Government, we have managed to negotiate some funding to support these colleges in the north of Scotland to replicate to a degree what we've achieved in central and southern Scotland. This is an ongoing project which is going to be really successful and ensure that the colleges across Scotland have that capability and capacity to address these skills needs. And I'm sure you'll be excited and enthused by the work that's going on across the colleges, as you'll see in some of the video clips that you'll see throughout this session. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the day.
Hi, my name is Gillian Villaris. I'm the Green Economy Fund Manager at SP Energy Networks. It's great to be here today to support the launch of this exciting project. I thought I'd first start with the background of the Green Economy Fund and then go on to discuss why we chose to support this project with the Energy Skills Partnership. Let me first share the background of the fund. With agreement from Ofgem, SP Energy Networks decided to contribute up to £20 million to fund initiatives that will not only benefit our communities, but also support Scotland's green energy ambitions. We wanted to not only enable the low carbon transition needed, but also be part of the change necessary. In 2018, I was given the task of establishing the Green Economy Fund. And as the funding had to be fully allocated in 2 years, it was quite a challenge. After much discussion with key stakeholders, the priorities of the fund became absolutely clear to me. We needed to support projects that focused on the decarbonisation of heat and transport. We also needed to help create the future workforce required for this change. We wanted projects to deliver a social and economic impact and be innovative in building a sustainable future. But most importantly, we also needed to generate and widely share any learnings which would help deliver the UK and Scottish Government's ambitious net zero targets. So let me bring you right up to date with the fund. In just over 2 years, the fund has supported 35 innovative projects. We have supported 43 electric vehicles and 24 e-bikes and e-cargo bikes. Through our projects, we've also installed over 140 batteries in domestic settings, installed 2 hydro schemes, funded a number of building efficiency programmes, supported over 13 community solar panel installations, and a number of heat pumps and wind turbines. The projects funded have created 55 full-time jobs, with another 341 created indirectly, saved 270 tonnes of carbon so far, facilitated over 1,000 sessions to help educate communities on green energy, and engaged over 7,000 customers about energy issues. Through the fund, we have delivered positive environmental impacts, supporting the most vulnerable in our society and boosted local economic growth, leaving an enduring legacy for years to come. So why did we choose to support the Energy Skills Partnership project? The application we received from the ESP absolutely stood out to our external assessment panel and aligned to the Green Economy Fund priorities. That's why our fund contributed $500,000 to the programme to help them develop a network of specialised renewable and energy efficiency training centres across Scotland's colleges. Scotland has ambitious goals to become net zero by 2045. Flagship education projects such as this one support this ambition and helps to power the next generation of green energy experts and develop the workforce of tomorrow. It's incredible to see so many colleges coming together to help provide opportunities for developing skills within the energy sector and the engineering and construction sectors. We're delighted to contribute to the success of these 9 centres as they help us all reach net zero. It's great to see this project launched today.
everybody, I'm Ken Thompson. I'm the principal of Forth Valley College, and I'm delighted that Forth Valley College is part of this great initiative which will help boost training provision across renewable and energy efficiency technologies. As you can see, I'm standing in our brand new workshop here at Forth Valley College, where we have a new solar, thermal and air and ground source heat pumps. We can't wait to start delivering training from our new facility, and I'm sure my principal colleagues across the sector feel the same in regards to their own new workshops. On behalf of all the colleges involved in the project, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank SP Energy Networks for their £500,000 investment through the Green Economy Fund. This investment will enable colleges across Scotland to accelerate training for the next generation of renewable installation professionals. I'd also like to thank ESP for supporting each college throughout the project and for helping us all to install our bespoke renewable training workshops. Going forward, we will now be able to offer training in the essential skills of installing and maintaining energy-saving systems, skills that have never been more important as Scotland looks to achieve its net zero target. These facilities will also support the college sector's commitment to addressing the climate emergency and achieving a more sustainable future for Scotland. I'm also pleased to say that the development of this project has cemented many more key industry partnerships for colleges, positioning us at the forefront of training for the future renewables and energy efficiency workforce in Scotland. This project will support employers in preparing their existing workforce to meet future demands, ensuring apprentices gain relevant skills and knowledge, and by raising awareness amongst the wider student population and local communities. We can't wait to welcome you to our new facilities. You're now going to hear from a few colleagues and apprentices across the sector about their thoughts on their new renewable training centres.
Welcome to Ayrshire College Green Energy Training Centre. And here we've got our solar thermal, ground source and air source heat pump installation. We'll be training our apprentices, plumbing apprentices, and also our business growth section. We'll be offering commercial courses on installation, commissioning and operation of solar thermal, ground source and air source heat pumps. We'll be kicking these courses off in the new academic year and advertising through our marketing department at Ayrshire College on the commercial side of delivering the courses. We'll also be raising awareness through students that attend on full-time courses, our NC6 Electrical, our Introduction to Future Technologies with Renewable Equipment, our plumbing and wind turbine courses. But we'll just be raising awareness of the availability of green energy equipment and the efficiencies that creates through installation in domestic and commercial premises.
My name's Greg Steele. I'm the Curriculum Learning Manager for Sustainable Construction at Borders College. We've received funding from Scottish Power Energy Networks and the Energy Skills Partnership to fund some of the renewable technology kit that we've got installed in the building, and that will really help to upskill our local workforce to train on these renewable technologies to install the kit.
My name's Ron Eldridge and I'm Curriculum Manager with Edinburgh College. I'm delighted to be standing here today to tell you about the funding we received from Scottish Power Networks and the Energy Skills Partnership that has allowed us to provide equipment and new technology for training our engineers within the renewables sector. The first picture that you see is a training rig, which is a solar training rig, and that allows us to introduce the students in the first stages of their training. Our solar system will allow candidates to understand the technology behind evacuated tubes as well as solar panel energy and how the sun can be used in supply of heat for buildings. So we are absolutely delighted with the support we received. It's a first in the sector that I'm aware of that actually allowed us to procure equipment that students could work on.
Obviously delighted to be in receipt of funds from the Green Energy Fund and obviously Energy Skills Partnership to help support our transition to meeting the needs of the green economy. At Fife College, we've got tremendous capabilities existing in meeting the green agenda. But what this does is give us more capability and more power to develop courses to meet the needs of industry, and also give our students and staff exposure to meaningful CPD opportunities and access to the latest cutting-edge technologies.
I would just like to welcome you to Forth Valley's new Renewable Centre. Over here we've got air source pumps, ground source pumps, grey water harvesting units, solar thermal units. Out the back we've got rainwater harvesting units as well. It's absolutely fantastic to see all these items of kit installed, ready to get utilised by the new students who will be coming in academic year 2021 to 22.
I'm looking forward to coming here in third year, start of August. I cannot wait to learn more about air source heat pumps and ground source, and also solar. It'll be more economical for the future.
Hi, my name's Sam Thompson and I'm a curriculum manager at Glasgow Kelvin College within the Plumbing, Electrical Installation and Construction Schools area of the Engineering Construction Science faculty. We are looking to develop and create a renewable energy and energy efficiency centre within the college campus. So we received £21,000 worth of funding, and within that funding we were able to purchase test rigs, Sabre test rigs, which were focused on heat pump technology and solar thermal hot water technology. And additional to that, we also received funding for bespoke heat pump equipment, associated parts, components, similarly with solar thermal hot water, where we would then look at developing certification body group awards within the college to deliver commercially and within our vocational qualification portfolio. The methodology behind this particular centre being introduced and constructed at Glasgow Kelvin College is simple. The government has an objective to ensure that any domestic properties constructed after the 1st April 2024 do not have natural gas appliances installed. Therefore, we are meeting the needs of industry by having installed heat pumps, solar thermal hot water equipment and potentially solar PV equipment within the college, where we can assess our current candidates through embedded units in the qualifications or upskilling the current workforce in industry within the building services engineering sector. Primarily, we're focused right now on getting the practicality set up when it comes to the professional competency, focusing on heat pumps and solar thermal hot water, particularly in plumbing and heating. Secondary, we will be looking at construction methods used within energy efficiency and having a bespoke space put in place to complement the Renewable Energy Efficiency Centre at Glasgow Kelvin College. For us as a college, particularly where we're based in one of the most socially deprived areas of the country, this is a real opportunity for us to integrate this technology into our education. Also, moving forward, looking to the future, looking to embed this into our qualifications and being delivered in centre can only be good for Glasgow as a whole, where we can continue to work with our partners within the region and elsewhere.
James Dodson, I'm doing a heat pump course at South Lanarkshire College. The course is going to be beneficial for my future because it's going to be stuff that's needed in the future. Every new house is going to need some sort of renewable energy, and this is the type of stuff that we're going to be working with. The new centre is actually giving me the confidence to be able to work on these type of new things, because we've been doing the theory for so long, but to actually get your hands on and get tools around and amongst it gives you more confidence to work on.
So we had energy storage system installed, whereby, and also a new solar PV system. So we're really lucky to have this new equipment. We can simulate a power outage in this room, and within a few seconds all the power will come back on. So the power is being supplied to the room through the Tesla battery. So the smart controls setup, which was part of our funding bid, allows us to demonstrate how homes in the future will be controlled in terms of the lighting and the power. So the benefits of having these new installations for staff and for students is immeasurable, because we're upskilling the staff to be able to use these systems, and obviously that new knowledge then they're feeding into all the different classes. So another part of the energy storage system that we were lucky enough to have installed is a Zappi car charger, and this is also controlled from the Tesla battery, so that we can charge cars solely from the renewable sources. We can set that to charge only from the Powerwall and the solar PV, or we can allow it to take some from grid and so on. So again, really advancements in electric vehicle charging technology, and because we were lucky enough to get this funding, then we can now show all our staff and students these future technologies that they will be installing in the future.
Hello, I'm Graham Clark, Director of Computing Engineering in the Built Environment here at West Lothian College. I've welcomed you to the college, and I would just like to say, first of all, a big thanks to Scottish Power Energy Networks, Green Energy Fund and ESP for all the support and helping us to develop our new Energy Efficiency Centre. Our Energy Efficiency Centre is now open and we've now started running some of our programmes, and our first programme was an external wall installation programme for young people leaving school, developing skills and moving into that particular industry. As we move forward and we continue to complete our external site for work, we'll be moving into external wall installation a little bit deeper, internal wall installation and pre-1919 retrofit, fault finding, design and development. So again, we'd like to once again thank you for all your support, and we'd welcome you to visit the college to see what we're up to sometime in the future. So thank you very much.
Many thanks for inviting me to the launch of your Energy Efficiency Training Network. As a Cabinet Secretary for Net Zero, Energy and Transport, I'm delighted to be able to take part in this launch event today. As you'll no doubt be aware, the Scottish Government has ambitious plans for tackling climate change, with a target of net zero emissions by 2045. However, we recognise that climate change is not just an environmental and economic issue, but also an opportunity to drive greater social justice. That's why a just transition, ensuring that as we reduce our emissions and respond to changing climate, the journey is fair and just, creating a better future for everyone. This is enshrined in law, and we have put people very much at the heart of our international climate action. For buildings, our draft heat in building strategy set out our vision for decarbonising heat and reducing energy demand, and sets out the scale of the investment opportunity while also supporting our green recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. The pace and the scale of the trajectory we must take to meet our net zero ambitions is unprecedented and will touch the lives of almost everyone in Scotland. For example, by 2030, over 1 million homes and around 50,000 non-domestic buildings will need to change their heating. And we estimate that some 24,000 jobs could be supported each year by the rollout of zero-emission heat. Now, to help achieve this, we need to make sure that we make the right investments. That's why we've committed £1.6 billion of investment over the course of this Parliament to decarbonise the way we heat our homes and our buildings, helping to reduce our emissions, tackle fuel poverty, and also creating new jobs within the sector. This can only be achieved if there is a robust supply chain in place, with the necessary skills to deliver on the nature and scale of our ambition. The transition to net zero will take place over the next 25 years, but there is also a compelling need to act now. As a response to Scotland's declaration of a climate emergency, we have developed a Climate Emergency Skills Action Plan, which focuses on both immediate action as well as the longer-term systemic change that will be needed to take place by 2045. This plan remains central to our ambitions to create a future workforce that can support our transition to becoming a net zero economy. And construction forms a key part of the plan. To support this, we have published a skills consultation setting out our proposals for energy efficiency and net zero emissions heating skills required to make sure it's professionalised within the sector and provides a clear pathway for young people. We expect to publish the analysis of this consultation over the summer. I want to take this opportunity to thank ESP, Scottish colleges and other key stakeholders for their valuable contribution during the course of the consultation. We're also committed to investing in skills and jobs, and we announced a series of support packages in our programme for government. And this includes the creation of a £100 million Green Jobs Fund and a doubling of the Flexible Workforce Development Fund to £20 million, enabling employers to access up to £15,000 each to address skills gaps within their workforce. The Scottish Government is also working with Skills Development Scotland and partners to design the Green Jobs Workforce Academy, which will be a national long-term programme to support the retraining and upskilling needed to deliver net zero and ensure a just transition for all. We very much welcome Scottish Power's investment in colleges in the south of Scotland, and we are pleased to report that we are already investing in colleges in the north of Scotland, with over £160,000 being provided so far. Scotland can be proud that we have already halved our greenhouse gas emissions since 1990. Indeed, as the UK Committee on Climate Change stated, Scotland has decarbonised more quickly than any G20 economy since 2008. The UN Climate Change Conference, COP26, is the world's best chance to make the goals of the Paris Agreement a reality. Holding this event in Glasgow is a unique opportunity to demonstrate the world-leading climate action Scotland is taking, including the just transition. COP26 can inspire all of us to drive forward in our net zero future. With a just transition, this is fair for all. We will play our full part in getting there and building a network of like-minded nations to work with us. This is our moment to commit to building a better, fairer world. Let's continue to work together to seize it. May I take this opportunity to thank both Scottish Power for funding this excellent initiative through the Green Economy Fund and ESP for the delivery of the investment in Scottish colleges.
So to conclude, I'd like to thank SP Energy Networks for their funding that's really supported colleges across the central and southern Scotland to develop their facilities to meet industry's future skills needs. The colleges for all their efforts in what has been really challenging times. For my team, who've worked arduously to ensure that these projects have been brought forward and we've met the delivery timelines. To Forth Valley College for supporting us with the marketing, the comms, and today in particular, and for CDN for allowing us to use their platform for today. So again, I'd just like to say, really challenging times, really exciting times. A call to action really for everybody on this call to work with us, to work with the colleges, to work with our industry partners, to ensure that we deliver the net zero targets that we have, and we minimise the climate emergency and the climate impact we have from our homes, our industrial buildings, our transport, etc. Thank you very much for your time, and have a lovely day.